I am the awareness, and so are you. And I am aware of the voice inside Andrew's head no differently than I'm aware of this tree. I am aware of the emotions that Andrew feels no differently than I am aware of the ground that he is standing on. Andrew's mind begins racing. Who knows this? I do. Andrew begins to feel very sad or happy or nervous. Who knows this? I do. You see, I am not Andrew Murnane. I am simply the present awareness of Andrew Murnane. So through this, you begin to realize that I have no form, past, or future, and neither do you. And this has nothing to do with happiness, because that's still just an emotion that you're aware of. But I believe that inner peace is the realization that
you don't leave the simulation through exiting it, you leave it through self-realization.
Pac-Man is a 1980 arcade game following the protagonist, Pacman, a little disc-shaped dude consuming pellets for food and fleeing from ghosts. In theory, there's no end to this game. Even after running out of lives, your little yellow friend is always happy to play one more round. So, what if Pac-Man wants to leave? Well, in this world, walking off the edge of the map gets you right back at the beginning, so there's no physical way to leave. Or is there? You see, unlike the ghosts, Pac-Man is not a functioning entity on his own. He is a puppet controlled by you. Pac-Man is a vehicle of your consciousness. Pac-Man cannot leave his world, but the being that controls him, namely you, can. In a sense, you are Pac-Man. And to leave the simulation, all you have to do is realize that you are more than Pac-Man and not confined to the 2D digital world.
This is what I mean when I say,
your beliefs form walls within your infinite mind. Your conscious awareness is contained within these walls. You cannot go past them because you do not believe you can go past them. With enough beliefs, you'll find yourself in a box, much like a house, where you feel safe and secure. The only thing that can hurt you is your own mind, and funny enough, it's in the box with you. There's a whole world out there beyond the walls of this house that you and the people who programmed you have built. If comfort and feeling secure is your aim, stay in your house. But be warned, it'll be painful later when you reflect back on your life and all the things you could have done but didn't because you overvalued security and comfort. If exploration, growth, and adventure is your aim, it's time to leave the walls and beliefs behind. You'll find better ones along the way. Share if you're into it, subscribe for more.
The one thing that differentiates all of us in this journey of life is our own personal life experiences. And I say this because I don't want you to be discouraged at any point in your life. So let me explain. Based off all our own personal life choices and life experiences, what we take from those is different for each person. So let's say one person read a book and then they had so many realizations within themselves and it helped them improve tremendously. And they recommended that book to you. But then you read that book and you didn't have those same realizations. It didn't have the same effect on you as it did for them. Do not be discouraged. Do not quit pursuing whatever it is that you are doing. That information or that book may not have given you the same realizations and insight that it gave someone else. But it is still valuable information. You still took it and stored it into your memory. And then once you go out there and have another life experience or read another book, and then it click and you'll have those realizations that you were looking for. Everybody is on their own personal journey, and we all receive different bits of information at different times. So I want you to relax. I want you to go with the flow. And I want you to know that you are taking the right steps in the right direction, and that everything will come to a realization when it's ready to, and when you're ready for it.
I think this is the best way to look at humans in their entirety. Start viewing this whole world and this planet and people as if you were an alien coming here and looking at things for what it is. Just seeing Earth and seeing humans for what they are and what we do. Just look at it. No opinions, no beliefs, no biases. What do you see? This is how you start to see things for how they truly are. Because we are not special. We see it from our special view, but we're 1 in 7 billion. Any of us could be having any of these experiences. So see it from an outer perspective. And what do you see? I like using this alien example because it makes people kind of open their perspective. And let me tell you, perspective is everything. If you truly can put yourself in the shoes of other people, you will start to see things differently. I promise you. Just do it. Just when you're out in public, try to be in someone's mind. Look at them, observe them, try to think what they're thinking, what they're seeing. It's so interesting. Changing your perspective will change your life. That's why we love movies, because we see things from different perspectives and different lives. And like, that's why we love shows, movies, books. It's a different perspective than our own. So start seeing it with that. Life is basically a collection of everyone's own movie, and our individual lives are basically parts of that big movie. It's crazy.
How spiritual you are has nothing to do with what you believe and everything to do with your state of consciousness. If you can recognize this illusion as illusion, it dissolves. Like the recognition of illusion is also its ending. Like its pure survival depends on you mistaking it for reality. So once you see like who you are not, the recognition of who you are arises. Like you don't have to go searching for it. You just have to recognize that who you are not, what this is not, and the truth will come. Thinking without awareness is the main dilemma of human existence. Life is not as serious as the mind makes it out to be. And that's what humanity is struggling with. When you can no longer feel the life that you are, you're likely to fill up your life with things.
Licensed therapist here. This might be difficult to hear, but it is important. It is your own ego that convinces you that other people should think and act just like you. And that lesson in life will be repeated until we learn to recognize the limiting beliefs that are unconsciously holding it in place.
Here's a concept that helped me let go of my ego. So the first thing you need to understand is that the goal is not to let go of the ego in the sense that you're destroying it. Really, you're just letting go of its grip. It's still there, it's still within you, but it doesn't have control over you. You know it's there, and it's just chilling over in the corner, you know? So what is the ego really? Basically, it's just a set of beliefs and ideas that you have about yourself, and you feel like they have to be consistent because that's the way it's been. Basically, it's an internal script. You're in a movie, and you're playing this character, and you have to stay in character all the time. But this little shift helped me out a lot. So instead of being in a movie with a script, you're in improv, and there is no script, and you can do whatever you want, you can change whatever you want, you can be whatever character you want. There doesn't need to be consistency. That's just an idea that we somehow formed because other people look at us and they think a certain thing about us. In reality, the only thing that is consistent is change, and there should be no need for anyone to try to stay the same. If you're holding on to your ego, you're basically in improv, and you're like, hold up. Let me look at my script. Bro, there is no script. There ain't a script. It's not there.